Hello and welcome to the Ask Arlene show. Today we're talking about secret number 7, which is writing the plan. This is a key secret in order for you to overcome your fears, get unstuck, and live your best life. And we'll be right back with this secret number 7 after this message.
Hi, I'm Arlene, host of the television talk show Ask Arlene, which airs on Thursdays at 6:30. And as a business consultant and life coach, I help you to move forward in your business, project, or endeavor. So if you always wanted to write a book, but you just haven't seemed to get started, or you always wanted to 10x that business that you already have, expand it to the next level, you know exactly what you need to do, but you just haven't done it? Well, I've already purchased all the courses, read all the books, the Tony Robbins, all sorts. I have several degrees, including a master's degree and credits toward a doctorate. I've sat with and met celebrities and done the networking. And what I realized is what I really needed was a mastermind group of people working toward my project, my business, or my endeavor. So what I've done is met with coaches and met with experts and put them together to work on your project. So join us today for our mastermind networking group. I'll see you there. Click the link below and join us.
Hi, you can go where you want to go. You can do what you want to do. You can be who you want to be in the world. So today, I'm going to tell you how we can step away from the 96% and join the 4%, okay? Those people who are super successful. And one of the key secrets is to actually write the plan. Okay, so I have talked for many weeks about these 10 secrets, and now we're up to secret number 7, which is write the plan. Now, people would say, well, why isn't write the plan or write the vision secret number 1? And that leads me immediately to secret number 1 of the 5 secrets to accomplishing secret number 7, which is write the plan. Okay, so a lot of people get caught in the weeds. And that's why writing the plan is not secret number 1. So many people say, oh, first thing you need to do is write the plan or write the vision. We get stuck, okay, with writing the vision. The first thing is we need to be. Who is it that we want to be? Which was secret number 1, clarity, determining who we want to be, why we want to be that person, okay, for what reason. And then we talked about visualization, how you have to see it in your mind's eye and visualize the end from the beginning. And then we talked about momentum, just doing it, getting up and moving, going in that direction, even though you don't have the plan written yet. And then we get to the plan. And the reason why we're saying be first, then plan, is because planning is so important that some people will plan forever and ever and ever, forever and a day. Okay, and never actually get started. So I want you to start first and then formulate the plan. All right, so that's the concept of be, do, and then plan. All right, so we're saying step away from the 96%. So you're saying, why? Why? What are you talking about? So most people have a dream, most people have a vision, most people have a goal, but they never write it down. There is power in writing the vision. And I'm going to tell you about several people today who have written the vision and who have accomplished great things because they wrote the vision. So I'm going to ask my team to put down there secret number 1. Okay, plan, do, be. writing the vision. Why is writing the vision so important? So there's a story. They did a search, a research, and there were several students who were Harvard students, and they asked them to write the plan. So some of the graduates, all successful, brilliant people, going out into the world, having an opportunity to do great things, some of them wrote their plan, all right? And they tracked them to see how successful they were. How likely were they to accomplish the plan? Then others of them wrote the plan, but they actually looked at the plan on a regular basis that they had written, and they tracked how successful they were. And then they had the control group, the people who didn't write it down, but they had graduated from Harvard, so we knew they were going to be successful because they were powerful, wonderful people already, right? And had achieved some level of success. Well, the secret, guys, is that the people who wrote down the plan and actually looked at the plan and reviewed the plan on a regular basis were the ones who were the most successful. All right. And so I'm sharing with you a secret that will help to enhance your life. I'm not telling you about something I read in a book. I'm not telling you about something I heard. I'm saying this is something that I have done that has worked for me, as well as several other people. So another story that I want to tell you guys about in terms of plan, do, be, and let's go to the second secret, is this concept of don't get stuck in the weeds. All right, so many of us are researching and planning and plotting and scheming, and 3 years down the line, you're still going on Google and searching the topic and plotting and planning. Listen, guys, take a breath. Okay, ask yourself, what do I know now about what it is I want to accomplish? Get a sheet of paper and start to write it down. What you're writing is barely the skeleton of what it is that will be your plan ultimately. And some people say, well, just write the plan and then walk away, and that it will just come to you through the law of attraction or through, prayer or through osmosis. I'm here to tell you from my own personal experience, if you write the plan and you walk away, you know what happens? Nothing. Okay, I tried it. Nothing happened. So what we're doing in step number 2 is we're writing the plan based on what we know now, the mindset that we have now, and we're going to begin reviewing our plan every day. When we wake up, we're reading the plan. We're reviewing the plan just before bed based on the mindset at that time. They say that you're going to absorb so much more if you look at the plan just before bed. Okay, now you're dreaming about it. You're allowing your subconscious mind to percolate on it. And you're going to be able to come up with other ideas when you wake up that you didn't even think of before you went to bed. This stuff works, guys. It works. And so when you wake up and you have these new ideas, you're going to write those new ideas down as well. So don't worry when you first get started that, oh, well, I'm not sure about how to do this. I don't know what I need to do. So I need to get stuck in the weeds. I need to go to the library. I need to go to Barnes and Nobles. I need to do the first step. Take a breath, write what you know. Put just a skeleton. So you're going to leave spaces in the plan because you are going to fill in the items as you move along. Okay. But the first thing you do is go to your own heart and your own head, your own thought process and write. Don't talk to Pookie and them. Don't ask, whoever it is. Just use your own gray matter, because guess what? The reason why you want to do this thing, or you have a desire to do this thing, a need to do this thing, a calling to do this thing, is because it's already in you. Okay, so begin with what you know, and you'll be surprised at how much is actually there and how much you can actually put together. Okay, so we're moving on. Secret number 3 in this process. Don't show your plan to everyone. Now, who should you show the plan to? You always show your give up goals to people, but you never show your go up goals to people unless they're people that you already know are vested in you, vested in seeing your success. Okay, so sometimes people, your friends, are at the same level as you. Statistics show that you will make within $5,000 of all of those who you hang out with. So your friends and you have the same knowledge base, basically. And that's why you guys are earning pretty much the same amount of money, because you tell them what you know and they tell you what they know, but they can't tell you what they don't know. So all of you pretty much know the same thing. So when you're going up, the idea is that you don't really want to share your go up goals with people who are not going up with you, because they will give you every reason in the book why it won't work. Now, is it because they're evil? No. Is it because they don't like you? No. Sometimes they're scared and you're scared. So two scared people together sharing their plans and plots and schemes, you're not going to move forward. Okay, or you're less likely to move forward than if you're sharing your go up goals with someone who has already achieved the goal. Now think about how easy it would be if you're sharing your plan with someone who's already done it. They can now share with you some of the things that they did. And even if they don't want to tell you, just by you being around them with your plan, focusing on your plan morning and evening, now you're on that trajectory. So you see what they do, you're doing the same things that they do, you're associating not only with them, but with their friends, and you're automatically going up into that area that you want. Okay, you're automatic. Some people call it, oh, you're on that vibe. You know, you're on that plane. Guys, it's not science. It's not magic. It's practical. It's just practical. If I spend time with you and you're a teacher, I'm going to know a lot about teaching. Okay? If I want to be a world-class speaker and you're a speaker and I spend time with you, I'm going to know a lot about speaking because that's what you're going to talk about. If you're a crane operator, okay, and I spend time with you, I'm going to know about crane operating. So what we're sharing today is I am a life coach. I'm a business consultant. This is what I do, guys. I'm telling you from my own experience. There was a situation where I wanted to go to the inauguration of President Barack Obama. I didn't have a ticket. I didn't know how I was going to go. Okay, guys? But let me tell you, the congressman for our area gave me a ticket. And when he gave me the ticket, he said, Arlene, I could have gotten $1,000 for this ticket that I'm giving to you. Now, did he give me the ticket because he loved me and he just said, oh, Arlene, I love you? No, he gave me the ticket because the person that I was associated with was in line to get the ticket. And that person told him, give her the ticket. Okay, she's a person of color. She's young. She's more interested in going to this inauguration than I am. I've got a multiplicity of other inaugurations to go to. And he was right. He was right. I had written it down as something that I needed to see. I needed to see this man inaugurated live in DC. And I needed to sit in the what they call the VIP seats. Okay. So I wrote down the vision. I looked at it. I saw it. I let it go. And it came to me, guys. It came to me. Another situation. Okay, well, let's move on because we don't want to get caught in the weeds. Don't reveal the plan to everyone. You reveal your give up goals, but you don't reveal your go up goals unless they're people who you know are going to encourage you to move forward in that particular vision, in that particular vein, in that particular area.
I've decided that I'm a good person and that I deserve good things to happen to me. And therefore, I've decided that I'm going to pamper myself as much as possible. I'm going to look for as much fun. I'm going to look for as much fulfillment. I'm going to look for as much ease. I'm going to follow my ease. I'm going to follow my bliss. I'm going to follow my flow. I'm going to follow the good feeling. I'm going to let the...
Okay, moving right along. Next secret. I want to talk to you about some of these people who have also used it. So I say, yes, Arlene McLaren, I've used it. But Maya Angelou, guys, she didn't talk at all. She had been assaulted. This is in the book. I Know Why the Cage Birds Sing. She wrote 7 autobiographies, but for years she didn't speak at all. So all she did was write. All she did was write. She wrote her life plan. She wrote her vision. She wrote her goals. Guys, this is one of the reasons why she's one of the most successful women ever to walk the face of the earth. For those of you who don't know who she is, she wrote she's a poet laureate, and she wrote the poetry for the inauguration of Bill Clinton. And that was one of the first times that I saw her and that I was aware of her. And she gives credence to this concept of writing, okay? It was writing that lifted her up and caused her to be so successful. She couldn't speak because of the trauma that she had experienced. So for those of you who have experienced loss or hurt or pain, this is a great time to start writing the vision and writing the plan. Because as I've said in other shows, your greatest victory comes out of your greatest pain. So you look at what it is that you have gone through and you begin to write, okay? Because chances are there's something in that you came through that now can help somebody else move forward. So one of the reasons why I'm sharing these 10 secrets today are because I went through a traumatic experience when my mother passed away. Okay, I didn't want to do the type of work that I had been doing before. I wanted to do something else, but I was stuck, and so I went to a conference in California. For those of you who have heard the story already, bear with me. And when I went there were 10 secrets that I utilized in order to move forward, in order to get up again, and in order to just become a person again and do the things that I really needed to do. And I put those 10 secrets in a book. And this is secret number 7, which was to write the plan, write the vision, make it plain, as the proverb says. So one of the people that was really, really amazing to me in terms of his accomplishment is King Richard. King Richard was a gentleman who is the father of Venus and Serena Williams, the tennis stars. So there's a movie out right now. It's called King Richard. And I'm not promoting the movie. I'm not getting any kickbacks or sponsorship from them. I'm just sharing because this is true. The gentleman said he wrote an 86-page plan of their lives prior to their birth. Okay? He had a plan. And in addition to the 86-page plan, he also had 100 and something plus page plan about how their lives were going to turn out. And we can all see that his plan came true. And in the movie, it chronicles how ridiculous people thought that he was. So much so that they called him King Richard, because he was so definitive and so sure of the fact that they were going to be these tennis stars. So they were just regular kids in Compton, not necessarily well off, not well endowed. They didn't have fancy coaches. They had their mommy and their daddy, neither of whom played tennis initially. Okay? But because he had this plan, he knew exactly what he was going to do step by step. And as the plan progressed and he would learn more and he would read more, he would add more to this plan. So that's why it started out as an 86-page plan, but then it expanded to over 100 and something pages, which is exactly what we're sharing today. You start with the skeleton and then you keep going and expand as other people are coming to you that are going to help you to fill in the pages of this plan. And then because you're looking at it morning and night, it's at the forefront of your mind. So even as you're having conversations with people, you're having conversations with people that are in line with helping you to develop your plan. So when I was involved with politics, guys, if you weren't talking to me about politics, you and I weren't having a conversation. Okay? And that's what you'll find with many people who are very successful in a particular area. They're generally not talking about nothing. They say people who have a high thought process usually talk about ideas. Okay, so they're talking about ideas about how they can expand their plan or how they can expand their project. So even the television shows, as we said last time, that we're watching, have something to do with our purpose and something to do with our plan. Okay, so we talked about King Richard. We talked about Maya Angelou. Who else do we have? Another amazing person that we talked about who wrote the plan is Kiyosaki, Robert Kiyosaki, the father of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay, the book, the author. Many people know or may not know that I think it's 96 million copies that he sold, just an amazing amount. And people say he was an overnight success. We didn't know about him and then we knew about him. But he had been writing this plan. He knew ahead of time that he was going to be successful. How did he know he was going to be successful? He had several failed businesses along the journey. He wasn't doing well, guys. He was 52 years old by the time he wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad and became a multi-million-dollar overnight, quote-unquote, success. He had written the plan. He had the vision. So even though there's a proverb that says, though the vision tarry, yet will it be. I mean, even though we may not see the vision manifested immediately, it's coming because we have it written down, because we're looking at it, because we're reviewing it, because we're around people who have already achieved the goals that we are aspiring to achieve. And also all the other tools and techniques that we have in the 10 secrets. Okay, so another secret. When I wanted to be involved with politics, and I told you I always wanted to be involved with President Obama. So I'm talking about myself here. I lived in New York, but I worked in DC because DC is where all the action was. Now, guys, how did I get to the battleground state of Florida working on the presidential campaign? Okay, I didn't apply. I didn't ask to work that job. But again, guys, I had a contact who lived in Florida. I happened to be in Florida at the time, and I was requested to go and work the event. So I'm working the event on the platform. President Obama is coming out to do his speech, and I'm the person that's right there, guys, right on the front lines. And I'm so close, in fact, that there's a lady as he comes out and he shakes her hand, and she holds onto his hand and won't let go. Now, I'm in between President Obama and the lady, and I'm squeezed and smashed into him. It was a terribly uncomfortable environment. And he whips around, and I'm fully expecting him to lambast this lady. And he says to her instead, lady, come on, you know, and just in that presidential, relaxed, calm way. And then I was able to be released from being pinned in between the two of them. So what I'm sharing with you is I wrote the plan. It manifested, not necessarily when I wrote it, but further down the line. It happened. So I am suggesting to you now that this is doable. Write the vision, make it plain, and then get around some people who are supporting your go up goals, okay? And then let's go on to the next one. As I'm talking about supporting these go up goals, I want you to write the plan. Now we're talking about secret number 5, because this is the important part. Guys, I want you to write 300 things that you want. You say, Arlene, 300 things. Why 300? Because I want you to keep writing, okay? So usually you'll get to about 75 and you'll just pen out because you're like, wow, I've never gone past 75. But the idea is to open up your mind, to open up your thought process, to think up the things that you really didn't think you could do in the past. Write them down, okay? And look at it every day for 1 year. I promise you that 10% of that plan will just manifest. You'll be checking the things off a year later and saying, wow, I accomplished this, I accomplished this, I accomplished this. A minimum of 10%. And that's just by writing them down and looking at them. Try it and see, okay? And I want you to text me. I want you to correspond with me and let me know how this secret has changed your life, okay? www.askarleneshow.com. Let me know. All right. Now, specifically, you're going to use SMART goals, okay? We have a few more minutes. SMART goals when you're writing. What are SMART goals? They're goals that are measurable. So it has to be something that is specific and measurable, okay? Otherwise, you don't know whether or not you achieved it. So some people say, well, my goal is to be wealthy. Well, what is wealthy? Is that a number? How do you could make $20,000. As a matter of fact, you could make nothing and be in a home that you live in with your family who's very wealthy. And so you become wealthy. Is that what you mean? Be specific and measurable. Put a number to it, okay? And it should be something attainable. So what is attainable for you may not be attainable for me. So I always think of Elon Musk when they say attainable goals. And he said, I want a bus that goes to the moon. Now, if my daughter came to me and said, I want a bus to the moon, and she wrote it down as an attainable goal, a couple of years back, I may have told her that's probably not that attainable. It's not realistic. You know, it's not attainable or realistic. But for Elon Musk, it was realistic. So who's to say whether or not your goal is attainable? Okay, it's your goal. So go ahead and write it down. Make it something that you think is attainable. It's about what you believe is doable, or it's about what you think is feasible, okay? So you have to believe it. Believe that it's something attainable. Okay, the next step, measurable, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant. It needs to be relevant to you. I made up the goal, wanting to the inauguration and meet the president because I felt like this was relevant for my life to see this gentleman of color inaugurated, because then I believed it. Then it was believable. And if he could become president of the United States, then what could I do? You know, what could I help other people to do? It took all of the limits off. So I needed to see it. It was relevant for me. Make sure that your goal is relevant for you. Okay, not something that you don't really care about, but make sure it's something that you do care about, and you will be that much more likely to attain it. And the last T is that it's time sensitive. So you're placing a time frame on that goal. And that way you will be more spurred on to move forward in that particular vein because you have a time frame. It's not like, oh, well, I'll achieve it before I die. No, it's, I'm going to achieve it by, I'm going to make $1 million by December 20th, 2020, whatever it is, time frame. Okay, set a goal and set a time frame to it, and that will help you to make it more feasible. And also, you'll know if you didn't achieve it. Okay, you'll know if you're on track, because part of the portion of measurability is that you are going to be tracking how you're progressing along the way in order to achieve that ultimate goal that you want. So if it is a goal of having, because many of you are business owners, so you want to achieve $1 million by the end of the year, and you know that you need 336 clients to get that $1 million, and you know that you are at December the 20th and you are only at 300 clients, then you know you need 36. You understand what I'm saying? You need to have it be something that is measurable. Okay, so once again, in order for us to do and achieve something that we've never achieved, we have to do something that we've never done before. So utilize some of these tools and techniques in order for you to move forward in your vision, your plan, or your venture, okay? And remember, 96% of the people are not achieving their goals. So we have to do something different by writing our plans and chronicling our plans and using the help of other people to facilitate accomplishing our plans, which is what the 4% are doing. And I'm doing it with you too, okay? So I have some goals that I have already achieved, and then I have goals that I'm endeavoring to achieve. So I just want to say, whatever it is, many of the people have used these tools, techniques. I would love for you to use them, and then I would love for you to give feedback as to how it is that they are helping you. Thank you to our team today. Thank you, William. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Gary, for all of the work that you do. I'm asking you to please contact us at www.askarleneshow.com. The book, take the program, and also share with us any comments or tools or techniques that you have that you think may be useful in order to help people to overcome fear, get unstuck, and live our best lives. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Arlene, host of the television talk show Ask Arlene, which airs on Thursdays at 6:30. And as a business consultant and life coach, I help you to move forward in your business, project, or endeavor. So if you always wanted to write a book, but you just haven't seemed to get started, or you always wanted to 10x that business that you already have, expand it to the next level, you know exactly what you need to do, but you just haven't done it? Well, I've already purchased all the courses, read all the books, the Tony Robbins, all sorts. I have several degrees, including a master's degree and credits toward a doctorate. I've sat with and met celebrities and done the networking. And what I've realized is what I really needed was a mastermind group of people working toward my project, my business, or my endeavor. So what I've done is met with coaches and met with experts and put them together to work on your project. So join us today for our mastermind networking group. I'll see you there. Click the link below and join us.
Name some things I'll be without you, good. Stop the growth, I bet you think you could. Said you gon' leave me, man, I wish you would. Yeah, I'm different, so I'm misunderstood. So I'ma always be good. Said I'ma always be good.